Welcome to Finpod, your daily financial digest. I am Evan, and I'm glad you are joining me to break down today's market action. Finpod is brought to you by Fintwit.ai, your go-to platform for real-time trading signals and stock recommendations. Let us get right into it. ONDS Holdings is seeing significant attention today, with shares jumping over 26%. This move follows positive analyst sentiment regarding their industrial drone and wireless technology deployment. ASTS Mobile is also in the spotlight, up 11% after the company publicly supported a new joint venture between AT&T, T-Mobile, and Verizon, aimed at boosting satellite-to-device connectivity. Forgent Power Solutions surged more than 10% to record highs after reporting a blowout fiscal third quarter, with revenue more than doubling year over year and management raising full-year guidance. On the flip side, Boeing shares slid nearly 5% today after a smaller-than-expected aircraft order from China dampened investor enthusiasm, despite the deal marking the company's first major order in the country in years. Finally, Cisco Systems saw a strong 13% gain, likely driven by broader sector rotation into established tech infrastructure leaders. Turning to the broader market, stocks faced a mixed day as investors weighed geopolitical headlines and persistent concerns over economic growth. The S&P 500 and the Nasdaq remained under pressure for much of the session, as investors pulled back from high-valuation growth names, while the Dow saw some defensive rotation. Late-day moves were triggered by shifting Fed rate expectations, as traders parsed the latest economic data prints, which kept volatility elevated through the closing bell. Volume was decent, but market breadth was relatively narrow, suggesting that investors are being selective in this environment. In the AI economy, the theme remains infrastructure expansion. We are seeing continued capital investment from major cloud providers like Microsoft, Amazon, and Google, who are pouring billions into data centers to support generative AI workloads. Private firms like OpenAI and Anthropic continue to push the envelope on model capabilities, keeping the pressure on hardware giants like NVIDIA and Micron to deliver high-bandwidth memory and advanced processing power. The focus today is clearly on the supply chain, as companies like Applied Materials and Nova provided bullish updates on their ability to meet the insatiable demand for chip manufacturing equipment. Speaking of stocks in focus, beyond those already mentioned, we saw a lot of movement in the tech and industrial space. The narrative remains centered on companies that can prove they are effectively monetizing AI, with investors punishing those that miss guidance or show signs of margin compression. Analysts are being very selective, rewarding firms with strong backlogs and clear paths to profitability, while quickly selling off those that appear overextended. We had a busy day for earnings. Applied Materials delivered a strong beat, with record revenue of nearly $8 billion and a 20% jump in non-GAAP earnings per share, confirming that the AI infrastructure build-out is in full force. Brookfield Corp also posted strong results with distributable earnings of $1.6 billion, driven by momentum in asset management and wealth solutions. National Grid reported solid annual results, but faced headwinds from higher storm repair costs in its U.S. operations. Meanwhile, New Holdings reported revenue near $5 billion, but the stock faced pressure as investors focused on the company's planned heavy investment spend for the year. Viking Holdings narrowed its losses and reported strong bookings, showing resilience in the travel sector. Finally, Figma delivered a blowout quarter, with revenue up 46%, proving that their enterprise AI seed expansion is working, which helped the stock jump despite a challenging year-to-date performance. To wrap up, today was defined by strong earnings in the infrastructure and enterprise software space, even as broader markets navigated geopolitical and economic uncertainty. Boeing struggled under the weight of disappointing China news, while companies like Applied Materials and Forgent Power Solutions led the charge on the back of impressive growth numbers. Thank you for tuning in. If you enjoyed the show, please like, share, and subscribe, and leave a comment with any stocks or sectors you want us to cover next. For stock recommendations, visit Fintwit.ai.